Hello, everybody. Lord Magicus. Yeah, I've been hanging out playing the 2015 Modern format in their Discord for a while now. Actually, it's been almost a year. And finally, it does seem like it's picking up a little bit of steam. And we just started doing the MTGO leagues again. They've been running cockatrice leagues and spell table leagues and been having a lot of fun doing them. But yeah, they finally got enough people to come back and do some MTGO stuff. So I'm gonna take this list out and run it through the tournament here. It's a pretty standard list for us. I haven't changed it much since the last time we played. I still like having 6 Seize effects for this. Seize Claim I think is just actually really good in the deck. We should definitely keep at least 2 of these here. And I think I have 21 lands here, including 2 Faerie Conclaves. It just one of the things about playing, more recent modern is that the addition of Tide Shaper shows us how important having these extra island walk effects are and having extra 1-drop. So this is probably the best we can do for that. But it also shows us how good having extra land drops is. We have like Sink into Stupor that is kind of a land that also does other stuff, so it's not actually that big a deal to play like 21 or 22 lands there. So kind of in that vein, I'm playing 6-man lands here because I got my Mutavaults here, but also 2 Faerie Conclave, so it helps to beef up the mana base a little bit. It gives you more threats here. The flying actually ends up being pretty relevant a lot, especially like in the Jund matchup. This card is fantastic. You play like a Silvergill Adept or something. They play Liliana, make you sacrifice it. Well, guess what? Now you have Faerie Conclave that you can just then send in to kill Liliana, and there's not much they can do about it. Even if they have like a Tarmogoyf trying to defend it, it's not going to matter. Flying will get through. It helps so much. And yeah, that leaves us with 1 flex spot. And I mean, you can put basically whatever card you want in the slot. It really doesn't matter. Like you could put Akira here, you could put Thassa here, you could put Phantasmal Image here. This time I'm trying Coralhelm Commander. I mean, you could put a freaking Scab Ruinator here, and it's fine. Like literally whatever you want. This slot is completely free. It's up to you. I usually just use it to play whatever fun of card I want for the week. So, yeah, it's been a long time since I put Coralhelm in, so why not? Flying is pretty good, and he becomes an extra lord. It's really good against the grindy decks because your opponent doesn't have removal for him. Well, guess what? He's going to become a huge threat that's going to definitely end the game by himself. So, but I mean, otherwise, like you can just vial him in on 2. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It gives you an extra mana sink if you're flooding out a little bit. But I mean, like I said, Thassa is also totally fine there because it gives you an extra way to push through damage. Lets you use your mana to make your creatures unblockable. Also scries every turn, which is nice. And yeah, in the sideboard, we got our favorites here. Kira's really good against all the mid-range decks. Relic is always important against like Jund. I have negates here, and I'm backing it up with Disdainful Stroke. This is to help a little bit with Tron. Um, it can be used against some of the control decks as a counter stuff like Cryptic Command and Jace and Elspeth and those kind of things. Sphinx's Revelation. So you can bring it in against those decks, but I really mostly have it for stuff like Tron because you really need to counter stuff like Wormcoil or Karn, Ugin, like those kind of scary spells. So. It's very, very good if you ever have to go up against Ad Nauseam because this is a perfect counter to Ad Nauseam. It's totally fine. We'll get the job done. But you could mess around with this a little bit. Like some people have tried stuff like Mana Leak here, which is also okay. I split them this way. It seems to be okay, so I'm not gonna mess with it. But it doesn't have to be this. I do think you definitely want the Hurkyl's Recalls, though, because there are Ensnaring Bridge decks in the format. Yeah, we don't have any other way of beating it here. We don't have Sink and Stupor to bail us out in the main deck now, so better come prepared for the bridge. So it's also really good against Affinity, obviously, but it's okay. I haven't run into a whole lot of Affinity yet. We'll see. Oh yeah, the Disdainful Stroke is also good against the Titan deck, as you can use it to counter either Hive Mind or Primeval Titan. That match is just going to be hard because Summer Bloom is a very powerful card. But I haven't seen a whole lot of that yet, but I feel like that's one of the decks that, like, as people go on, they're gonna figure out that it's the Summer Bloom was banned for a reason. But I don't think it's like super unbeatable impressive. I think it's just it's probably the best deck, but it's also like it's not the best deck by nearly as large of a margin as we've seen in like Modern's history. So it's not an insurmountable hole, I don't think, because I don't get to play the Valakut backup. They have to play if they want to. They can technically turn two. It is possible to get like Hive Mind out and spam a bunch of like Summoners packs, but it requires like basically a perfect hand to do it. So usually you'll have time to get some interaction online to try and stop that. The boogeyman that people are always afraid of, though, is actually Splinter Twin, and that's why we have Snapback, because it's basically Force of Unsummoned. Means you can tap out against the Splinter Twin deck, and if they're just like, alright, cool, go for it. Yeah, Snapback can just bounce the creature they're targeting with Splinter Twin back to their hands, which will effectively counter the Splinter Twin and set them back a full turn. So, yeah, they invest a huge amount of resources to go out into their combo. They get blown out, and then you just like crack back and kill them. So, yeah, I actually got to do that last week. I lived the dream. Playing against the blue-red Splinter Twin deck. I was like, I cast Master of Waves, tapped out for it, and they're like, all right, end of your turn, flash in Exarch, untap, try to go for Twin, and Snapback. Just won the game on the spot. So this card does the thing. If you really need something to bring in against creature decks, you can, because, I mean, it's not, like, the most unplayable card in the world, but generally this is just, like, my anti-twin card, so. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I've had really good results with the Merfolk deck in this format. I've played the blue-white control deck a lot, too, but mostly just Merfolk when I'm doing this. Back in 2015, I played a little bit of everything, so I'm familiar with like all these decks. But yeah, I'm just excited to get to do more of this now. So I don't know how regular of a thing it will be that I'll be able to do these, but just the time that they're normally trying to do this at now is a time I'm normally not home. But today is an exception, so yeah, we're gonna get something going on. Just so you see, I'm not dead. You know, this is an era of Magic I actually enjoy, before it got ruined by fire and Universes Beyond and all that nonsense. But Modern was actually kind of good at this point. They cared a lot about format balance, and they didn't overly like print like stupidly powerful cards, and there were actual bans that cared about making sure the format didn't get too far out of control. Like, everything's actually really fun here, and I enjoy it a lot. So yeah, we'll see how we do today with this, but hopefully, if you've been missing me playing Magic, then here, you get a little bit of something. And I mean, if you like this, the links are in the description. You can come and try it out for yourself. Like, they're doing weekly leagues on a lot of stuff now, so. Alright, let's get into it. I'll see you for round one. Okay, we're here for round one. It's been a while since we've done this, but, yeah, this is fun. I enjoy this. Let's get this back here. Oh, perfect. Okay. I won the dice roll. We'll be on play here. So we got Cavern, Mutavault. This is not a terribly good hand. I think I mulligan this. This is definitely better. I think we'll just get rid of one of these Master of Waves and just keep the rest here. Probably lead off in Silvergill. Alright. So play that, and then pass. Okay. I'm not going to do anything, so I'll just pass. Inquisition, oh no. Alright, well, Silvergill's probably going away. Blackcleave Cliffs usually means Jund. Because the Grixis decks, I don't think play Blackcleave. I think they're usually all Blood Crypts. It's also possible it could be something like the Gristlebrand Reanimator deck, but I doubt it. Took Master of the Pearl Trident. I feel like that was probably not correct. You always want to take Silvergill Adept because Silvergill Adept represents a 2-for-1, so you take this card, you're really taking 2 cards. They already know my hand. Yeah, I never want to lead off on Master anyway, so this is fine. Conclave is okay. At least it's a land we can play next turn. This will tell us kind of what's going on. We see like Verdant Catacombs, then yeah, Bloodstain Mire. Okay, no hints here. What are we doing with Bloodstain? Okay, Overrun. Yeah, we're up against Jund. Which means, if I had to guess, Tarmogoofy time? It could be Dark Confidant. Ooh, another Inquisition. Okay. Well, this one will definitely take Lord of Atlantis. So we can, we leave up this Spell Pierce at least. I mean, they could bolt Silvergill Adept, which would suck, but they don't seem to have it. All right. Play the Faerie Conclave attack. And if he goes to play Liliana, I will just jam Spell Pierce on it and then play Master Waves. That should be good. We're set up for that. It's unlikely they can do very much about it. Now he does know that I have Spell Pierce because he just Inquisitioned me after I drew it. But he might still just play Liliana anyway. Either that or Tarmogoyf. Scavenging Ooze? Okay, that's equally fine. I'm guessing if he didn't have Lightning Bolt last turn, he probably doesn't have it this turn. And again, if he had, like, Thoughtseize last turn, he also would have used that too, so... I'm guessing there's not going to be a whole lot going on with this Catacombs this turn. Let's just play this before things get out of hand. Now, there are 2 creatures in the graveyard here, so I'm going to wait until I can dismember the Scavenging Ooze to start attacking. And hopefully we don't see, like, Tarmogoyf come out right now. If he plays Liliana, that's fine. I can just get rid of an elemental token. But I guess it looks like he's going to eat up the 2 creatures here. That's my guess. Could be Culligan's commands, getting rid of Silvergill and a card in my hand. Nope. Okay, we're just eating. It's fine. Tarmogoyf time? Yeah, 3-4. Okay. Well, I can't attack, right? Because I would just block with the elemental tokens. Dismember Tarmogoyf. Oh, Raging Ravine. Okay, I definitely need to be concerned about that. I can also get in with the Conclave, so... Mutavault's a pretty good draw here, too. This means I can both Spell Pierce and Dismember. I'm gonna wait in the Dismember, because if he actually goes all in on activating this Raging Ravine, I think that I might consider dismembering that. So then he won't be able to attack with the Scavenging Ooze. Like, if we would... Spreading Seas would be, like, a really good draw here. We're not in a bad spot. Like, we have a way to push through damage right now. We've got more power on board, winning the life race here. Okay. I mean, this is kind of fine. Also, the Raging Ravine, it has Trample, right? No, it doesn't. Never mind. He can't even attack with this because I have Master Waves to block it, so... I literally don't even have to worry about that. Okay. Sure. There's no more creatures in the graveyard, so I don't have to worry about Scavenging Ooze getting any bigger at the moment. I can just kill it. It's fine. And now the Tarmogoofy is a bit smaller here. Yeah. I kind of want to use the Dismember. I'll make Tarmogoyf a little bit bigger. Oh, but there's also no instants in the graveyard right now. This is okay. I think I'm okay with this here. Look at, he's just a goofy little guy. This thing's not going to get any bigger. If he tries to, like, Colligan's command me in response, I can just Spell Pierce it. But he knows I have it, so, right? So he's not, I don't see him doing it. Probably isn't a better chance to do this right now, so... That's a pretty good one. Hmm. I can't play Master Attack with the Conclave and hold up Spell Pierce right now. So I'm trying to weigh my options here. I think I'm just going to play the Master and pass. This puts Mutavault up to a 4/4. But it also gives me the potential of top decking like Spreading Seas and then really hitting him next turn. So I play it now, I can draw Spreading Seas, activate Mutavault. Yeah, get in there for a lot. He's got 3 cards, but I can't imagine they're terribly good. Well, he hasn't missed a land drop yet. I imagine one of them might be Kolaghan's Command, which means he might use it on the Master here. Might get back Scavenging Ooze plus deal 2 damage to Master. So I could use the Spell Pierce on it, and then he can't replay Scavenging Ooze, and then maybe that gives me a chance to make a decent attack. Or like if I find a Dismember or something, then maybe Dismember Tarmogoyf, if I just attack him for 1,000,000, that's possible. It'll take his whole turn if he wants to do that. Dark Confidant. Okay. Definitely some risk there. Especially with Conclave here. Leaving up 3 mana here. But I don't... There's not... The only spell I really would be concerned about is maybe Abrupt Decay. Because you could potentially hit like Master if I try to Spreading Seas him out. Alright, what do you got? Lightning Bolt. Oh, well... Yeah, I can't do anything about that. I'm guessing he just drew this. See, I definitely didn't have it like a few turns ago. Another Scavenging Ooze. He has 1 card left. Alright. Well, we're close. We need like 1 good draw here. Like a good turn can definitely like change this whole equation. He doesn't have like a lot of good attacks right now. That seems real risky here. I am not going to block that. Means like if he attacked, I will send in the elemental tokens. Because what's he going to do? Fucking block with these guys? I don't think so. I'm not worried about that. I could even send in the Mutavault. Because it's a 3/3. If he wants to kill it, he has to 2-for-1 himself and take a bajillion damage. I am definitely okay with that. I think this is a bad attack. Oh, yeah. So, I think we're going to keep back Master because that's going to keep Raging Ravine on lockdown here. We can send in Mutavault. I think I'm okay with sending in Silvergill Adept. The Elementals really put a lot of pressure on him. Yeah, if he wants to kill Mutavault, he has to double block, and he's going to take a bajillion damage. I think this is fine. If he doesn't block with Dark Confidant, like that could also threaten to kill him. I still have the Conclave, which can get in damage, so... That is so incredibly risky. Greatness at any cost! Alright, what is it going to be? How good at magic cards are you, opponent? Abrupt Decay. That's a pretty good one here. Am I in trouble? Well, you can't cast and attack with the Ravine. So what, I get attacked for 6? But yeah, that's still really dangerous. Okay. If he attacks with everything though, I'm still threatening to kill him. Like the Conclave is gonna get there in 2 turns, so like right now, if he blocks Mutavault in this, like he's still dead, right? So he's got to have something. I have too much damage in play. Tassiger, huh? Okay. You can block 3 things now. That's still not enough. And I have Spell Pierce up, so Lightning Bolt is not going to get there. Dark Confidant is also threatening to kill him now. I feel very comfortable right now. Like, I think if we draw a land, we win, right? That'll do. Because that can activate the Mutavault. I can pay 2, activate the Conclave. I 4 things on the ground and 2 in the air. And he has 1 card. If it's a Lightning Bolt, I'm just going to counter it. And he knows that I have the Spell Pierce, so there is nothing he can do about it. Alright, we got there. Alright, there we go. That was close. It could have gone either way depending upon how draws went there, but alright. So Dismember and Relic and Kira are all really good. I don't like Cursecatcher for this. And I usually cut 1 Aether Vial. I don't think I need the rest of these. The Cursecatcher is just really weak. It's never going to win in combat. This is a deck that doesn't... Like, the spells that it's casting usually are not going to get got by this. Like, they have lots of Lightning Bolts, which are easy to play around this. Abrupt Decay doesn't care about this. So, like, if you're lucky, maybe you catch, like, Kolaghan's Command or, like, Maelstrom Pulse. But that's about it. I think the Spell Pierces are fine to leave in, because it's a lot harder to play around those. And they also get Liliana the Veil. So I'm more inclined to keep those. But yeah, I don't think the Curse Catchers are very good. I think all the Seize effects are fine. We want all the creatures and, all interaction here. So I think this is perfect. We're just going to run it like this. My record against Jund in this format is very good. Especially with the extra Seas. You can win a lot of games just by turning all their lands into islands and making it so they can't cast more than 1 spell ever. Sometimes they won't be able to cast any spells, so they just get stuck with a bunch of cards in hand that they can't use. Or, like, you hit their man lands with it and they don't have another... It takes out it's removal and also mana disruption. It's good. Plus, the other important thing, they pump up Master Wave. So while your opponent is busy trying to waste all of their stuff dealing with their mana, like they might like Thought Seize you and see like, oh, he's got like Spreading Seas and Seize Claim and then Master Waves. It's like if he doesn't take the Seize effects, then he's never gonna get to like play the game, and like then the Master doesn't matter. But if he takes like the Seize effects first, then yeah, like this I think is a very good hand. We're gonna play Relic spread. This is exactly what I mean. If they take the Spreading Seas, Master Waves late game is very likely to get there. If they take the Master Waves, like even if we didn't have this one, if they take the Master Waves, there's a very good chance that like the other threats in the deck will just be enough because we can disrupt their mana. So I'm very inclined to keep this. Turn 1 Relic is also very, very good. So okay, so it looks like they're holding up Lightning Bolt, which is fine. I think I'm going to lead off with Mutavault. Just in case I need to be able to attack with it. I doubt that that's the case. And just, if he lightning bolts me, then I can just activate Relic. Nope. We're saving the bolt for an actual creature. Okay. Blood Crypt. Neat. What does that mean? He doesn't have any thought seizes. He just has like a bunch of lightning bolts, I guess. Or is his plan to cast like Liliana or what? See, I am almost inclined to just... Well, what's he going to do? He plays Liliana. He ticks it up. If he ticks it up, I can attack with Mutavault. I mean, I guess that's okay. It's not amazing, but... Sure. Oops. Let's just... Just in the off chance he doesn't have another black source. Okay. Sure. He could have like a shatter effect that he was planning on using on Aether Vial. Okay. Threatening to bolt me, but doesn't actually want to use it. That's fine. Yep, there you go, Forest. I knew it! It's gonna go Crypt, Crypt, Black Cleave, and then get Trident. Now, he can't Kolaghan's command me here, so, like, you can cast a Tarmogoyf that does nothing, or, like, just continue holding up Bolt, I guess. Yeah, it does not look good for him. I think here, I don't think I'm going to attack him yet. I think I'm just going to play another Mutavault and pass. We'll hold up Spell Pierce again. And then if he doesn't do anything, I'll just play Master of Waves and maybe another Master of Waves to follow it up. Tarmogoyf time. Like, I'm sure that he has Bolt in hand. Engineered Explosives on 2? You know what? I'll Spell Pierce that. Get rid of the artifact from the graveyard, because otherwise it'll be very hard to get rid of later if I let him play fetch lands or something. He could have potentially tried to bolt me so he could get rid of that, but then I would have just relicked him again next turn anyway. Alright, let's play Master here. We get 2 friends. Like, this is going to be so difficult to deal with. And plus, we have 2 Mutavaults in play already. Another one in hand. Like, we are never going to run out of threats at this point. They just can't deal with them. This is immune to Lightning Bolts. It's immune to a Maelstrom Pulse. Or no, I'm sorry. It's immune to Abrupt Decay. Oh, that is the saddest Lightning Bolt of all time. Just get rid of that now. Because he does have Tasigur in his deck, so keeping his graveyard empty also keeps him off of Tasigur. So even if he found like another black source now and played Liliana, I could just get rid of an elemental token and it's fine. Sure. Scavenging Ooze is not my concern. That's pretty good too. I almost kind of want to just play another Mutavault here, but Hmm. Okay. Oh, there we go. Deal. The ooze is never going to be able to actually, like, do anything, so... He could lightning bolt my Mutavault, that's fine. I know he has them. Yeah, like... So we've got two mutas in play. Like, we can just play another Master Waves next turn if we want. Make a, what, 4 more elementals that he can't really deal with. Raging Ravine, that's fine. It's not gonna do anything. Like, you could play a Tarmogoyf for a Dark Confidant. Like, that's pretty much it. Maybe he has Abrupt Decay for Silvergill Adept, but he can't use that and Scavenging Ooze at the same time, so choose me. Get rid of my get rid of my Mutavault, I think. Oh, that's gonna be brutal. Okay. I did bring in Kira here, so I think actually this is one of the few times I'm gonna name Spirit with this, because if I draw Kira, I want to be able to play it. And I may have to discard this if he, like, ever casts, like, Kolaghan's Command. So we'll do that. Guess... Play the Master. See what happens. I guess I could have played the Seize Claim first, but I want to see what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, but... Oh, that's desperate. I don't really give a shit if he has Raging Ravine, because this thing is never getting through Master of Waves, so let's just keep him from ever casting black spells. There we go. Yeah, and that does the trick. I didn't know if he was going to, like... I wanted to wait and see if he was going to use the mana for something first, but I guess I could have just played this first and then Master. I think at this point it was, like, so ridiculously winning for us that it really didn't make much of a difference, but... I do think that playing this Cavern and Spirit, though, actually could have mattered. Like, let's pretend that they had, like, Maelstrom Pulse or something, and they managed to, like, get rid of the Masters here. Drawing Kira and being able to actually play it, or just in case they had, like, I don't know, something that made me get rid of the Cavern of Souls. Like, I want to be able to cast all my cards. So, having 2 Merfolk blue here and 2 Kira blue is important. So it very, very rarely comes up where it actually matters to be able to cast all your spells, but yeah, you just gotta keep that in mind. So, all right, that was round 1. We'll be back for round 2. I believe we're on 4 rounds today, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, it's time for round 2. I believe we're up against Hallmaster here. We are on the draw this time. Alright, let's see how we do. Yeah, I think we're supposed to keep this. Vial, Cursecatcher, Spreading Seas can all be cast off of the... Actually, no, we can't cast the Spreading Seas, but... I think we're still supposed to keep... We have a Mutavault, so... Play the Cavern of Souls on Merfolk. Play the Cavern first, just in case, like, something bad happened to our hand. We're up against Scape Shift, okay. Alright. I think in that case we need to play the Mutavault because we may need to actually attack with it. Okay. So we have to kill them before they get to 7 lands. 7's the magic number. It's been a while since I played against Scape Shift. Oh, he's playing the blue red green one. I think that's actually okay. I'm going to attack with those. I think I'm going to play the Harbinger of the Tides, and then I'll just play Vial again. Alright. If I draw a land, then I can play Lord and attack with everything. Sure. We do have Island Walk here. Can't use that, sadly, but... They have a Lightning Bolt, they're going to have to use it here. Okay, well, that's pretty good for us. Sure, I may as well play the other Vial. I don't think I want to let him do that. I think it's worth countering this. Yeah, that sucks, but... Alright. Main deck Anchor. Yeah, I think they have 2. Uh, Alright, let's see. Sure. Looks like we're winning the race right now, but he's got a lot of cards here. Okay. I don't know if you can afford to crack that. So I draw another Lord, I win. I think I'm taking both of these up. It's 6 right now. If he uses the bolt on the Mutavault, then he can't use it on me. Snapcaster Mage. I guess I should use the Silvergill Adept here because if I can find Dismember, I want to cast that right now. Alright, well Snapcaster's going to block. He's only got 2 cards left. I haven't actually taken any damage yet, so 7's not actually the magic number yet. And he can't afford to play any more mountains, right? So no to this one and yes to this one. Could have another Snapcaster Mage. Not having an island here has really hurt us because I don't know, I can't like try to turn off his green mana. I can't use my Spell Pierce either, which probably isn't going to help us, but he's at 1. So now Master is also a threat. It's going to deal with Silvergill and Master. He can't fetch anymore. But he needs another green source to cast the Scape Shift. This looks like Cryptic. He's gonna bounce Aether Vial, draw a card. Okay. That's fine. That's not the one threatening to kill you. Oh, okay. Wait, did he have enough here? He has to have a lightning bolt, right? He's only at 7, so I don't know if he can get enough. If he has a bolt, then he could. So I think what? 6 plus Valakut is only 18 damage. Alright, that'll do it. We got there. Alright, just barely. Alright, Scape Shift is one of the matches where Disdainful Stroke is actually important. We want that. We want Cryptic. Think the Sea's effects are that important here. So they're going to give us Island Walk a lot anyway. I think Relic probably matters more. Just because they have Snapcaster Mage. This hand's fine. So Merfolk actually has an advantage that a lot of other decks don't have, and it's that we don't usually hurt our own life total very much. Like, the only card that we really do that with is Dismember, and this is not a match where we usually want to cast a Dismember. So, yeah, with that in mind, like, alright, let's attack first. Just in case they, like, try to remand, I may want to counter it. Silvergills are good because it's a lot easier to play those in the face of Anger of the Gods. Does not have another land? What the fuck, opponent? Okay. Just kept a handful of interaction. I don't need the Spell Pierce this turn, so I can afford the Relic. Because I have the Cursecatcher protecting us from Anger. Just in case they find, like, Mountain Anger. It's not going to work. Okay. I don't know what the fuck hand they thought they were keeping here, but it's clearly not going to work out. Combust? Okay, I can't deal with Combust. Like, that's uncounterable, so that's fine. Play the Aether Vial, just in case. The game must go on. Sure. That doesn't matter to me at all. Actually, I'm kind of inclined to just sacrifice this for a card. 'Cause I feel like I'm really close to winning. Yeah. It's the fastest way to win here. If they just don't get to cast spells, then they're gonna die. Yeah, that was crazy. How can the Scapeshift deck only keep a hand that gets to 2 lands? I guess, yeah, you mull to 5. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even I don't think I noticed it. Yeah. No, yeah, I see. Their hands must have been really, really bad. Like, because this Scapeshift is a deck where normally, like, you just want to keep lands for the most part because the most important part, you have to get to the magic 7 land number. If you miss land drops, you're never going to get there in time. So if you're mulliganing to 5 and only keeping 2 lands, like, that is so, so bad. You have like no chance of getting there. Yeah. And that's on top of the fact that I have stuff like Cursecatcher and Spell Pierce and just actual like negate and stuff. Yeah, the getting through that hill on 2 lands just not it's not gonna happen. So it was a very, very interesting game 1, but yeah, game 2, I guess the mulligan just really, really crushed himself. But anyway, you see that. Well, but you know that the important cards here, obviously, like Anger the Gods is important. Also, keeping your life total above 18 is also important. That buys you a full turn, so don't waste it. If you don't have to use the Dismember, don't. If you don't have to take 2 damage from a Snapcaster attack, don't. Because that can make the difference in the match. And it turned out it did, because if we were at 18, he would have actually killed us with Scapeshift. It was only the only reason we won is because we kept our life total high. Because we played creatures and forced him to bolt the creatures instead of bolting us. So then he didn't have another bolt to finish the job. So there we go. That's the end of round 2. We'll be back for round 3. Okay, time for round 3. Here we go. We're up against Yisu 94. Alright. So let's look at our hand here. This is definitely fine. We're going to keep this. Steam Vents tapped. Okay. So could be Twin, could be Storm, could be Jeskai Control, but my experience is that a lot of the people who try this format out gravitate towards the Twin deck, so that's what I'm going to put them on. But I could be right. It could be one of the other ones, so. My guess is it's Twin. I think I'm going to attack and then play the Lord, just in case they try to go for Remand. Or if they're going to try to remand this thing, then I'll sacrifice the Cursecatcher. Yeah. I have played this game before. I know how these lines work. Sulfur Falls. This could be Storm. No, it looks like Twin. Yeah, it has to be, right? There's no other way. Hmm. Do I want to do this? I think I'm playing the Lord while they're tapped out. Serum Visions? Okay. Might hold off on Master of Waves for a turn. You cannot possibly be... Okay, it's another Electrolyze. Alright. So I don't have to worry about getting comboed out here. I think what I'm doing is I'm going to play Harbinger. I'm going to attack with Mutavault, play Harbinger. Right, the newly controlled one goes up at the top. Okay. So then I can maybe try to play Master of Waves and Dismember. Gotta keep chipping in damage. Interesting. Okay. Feel like that means I have to do this again. I don't want to let them untap because they might have, like, say, Spell Snare plus Splinter Twin. That would not be good. Hmm. Vendilion Clique, huh? Okay. Who are you going to target? They target themselves. Interesting. Okay. They put a Splinter Twin in the bottom, so maybe they have two twins, but they're looking for, like, Pestermite or something. We're not in the greatest spot here in game one. I think I'm supposed to just take this. They put both in the bottom with Serum Vision, so if there's any chance that this is going to resolve, I need to try to do it now. Hoping that they didn't find another Pestermite or something. But I played the two Cursecatchers first just in case they were holding on to like Cryptic Command, so that yeah, they couldn't like tap all my guys. Okay. Okay, so they didn't have it. That's good. At this point, we just kind of have to race them. Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm in trouble. I think I have to take the chance and cast this. Because if it resolves and they don't have anything, they will actually just die. Alright, but I mean, otherwise I'm doing my... I have to try to run them out of resources. Yeah, the longer I give them, the higher the chances they're going to find something, so... That is shocking. Alright. Well, they don't have it yet. So presumably they have Twin and a mystery card here, so we'll see what it is. They might put Twin on Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Yeah, that's way too dangerous. That is desperate. Okay, so they're making tokens that can block. That's pretty good. Okay, so I can definitely force this master through here. Block Harbinger. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. So they're at one. So what? They need like Cryptic Command to bounce Master Waves. That's pretty much all they've got. So I don't think anything else is going to do it. Yeah, at this point, they're probably going to get like Electrolyte or Serum Visions just digging for a Cryptic, I imagine. But it's not going to work because, yeah, I still have Cursecatcher here. So, like, what do they do here? Unless they drew, like, Pestermite and they're going to try to dig for a Twin? Put both in the bottom, so probably not. I think we've got this. Like, they'd have to have, like, Pestermite play it, untap their land, Splinter Twin, go and get there, but I don't think that they had either piece left. Because this was the one they were holding on to. They put one in the bottom, so there's only like two others left in the deck. And I don't think they had another creature because they hadn't played it yet. They probably would have played it to go on the tempo plan. So I'm not sure what their plan is here. Okay. I mean, if they found Cryptic, they found Cryptic. There's nothing I can do about it. Get there. Only one has to get through. Uh, okay. Yeah, they had nothing. Alright. We just barely got there. That was intense. Alright. So this is where we bring in our secret tech here. We do not need the seas for this. They are not necessary. We definitely want Negate. Actually, the relics are important because of the Snapcasters. The Dismember matters. I think we can take out Coralhelm pretty safely, and I don't have Kira in either. Master Waves is really good. If we can ever get this in play, we probably win. We know they're going to play stuff like Anger of the Gods. It'll make enough tokens that it can kill them usually, but it might be correct to take out Master. It's a good chance Kira might be a little bit better. I don't know, it's hard to say. Maybe I'll take out 2 Harbingers here. Bring in 2 Kiras. I think that's fine. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to take out another Harbinger for Master, but this is probably... it's like so close, but I think I have to keep it and just hope. Yeah. Well, that's something good to hope for, but... surprised they let that resolve. That would have been a really good spell to remand here. Maybe they're just planning on electrolyzing it in my face. We really need more lands, though. We're going to have a hard time starting next turn. That's not great. Alright, what are we doing, opponent? Don't think I'm going to be able to keep the negate. Sure. That's a good one. Okay. Still gets us in damage. We have Snapback, so we're protected from them just ever going for a combo. If they think we're tapped out. And I kind of want them to think that. If I could draw another island and get this Kira out with Spell Pierce backup, that would be great. That's not bad either. I mean, I can't do anything about this. Yeah, this Mutavault kind of fucked us here because we really needed another blue mana and not a colorless. But we're doing the best we can. Gone through a lot of stuff already. I think I'm just willing to pass here. I don't want to expose Lord. I don't need to. Use the Spell Pierce now while we still can. Deceiver Exarch, huh? I'm gonna tap my Vial. I'm trying to trick them into going for it so that I can use the snapback trick on them. They might think I have Dismember, but I think they probably won't just jam it, so... Okay. I think I do tick this up here. So I gotta get Kira out. Just hoping they don't have Anger of the Gods. Rending Volley's pretty good. Alright. They've had a lot so far. Yeah! We're gonna probably lose this game because they've had like so many good draws here. Targeting Roast, yeah. Surprised they didn't just pick Rending Volley. You gotta do it now, opponent. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do about that. That also fucking tracks. Alright. Two cards left. I think I just gotta pass. They're gonna try to win the fairway. I should I should have ticked it up because I only have one Kira left. I forgot I left in 3 Masters, so that was a good window. I could have done that. Uh, I'm not gonna bother returning it. They would just replay it and tap my vial and force me to do this now. There is no fucking way they are doing this without, like, counter magic backup. I don't want him to, I don't think that we're winning from here because he definitely has a counter spell, and I don't want him to know about the snapback. So I would rather just take my chance in game 3 because I don't want to expose the secret. I would rather it be more game winning than that. So I think I will bring the other master, and especially now that we're on the play. That was just a really awkward hand. Like you really need to like have vial for this. It helps so much, but they had a really really strong start and we didn't. This hand is I think a lot better. We're gonna keep this. Good. Because it plays through the counter magic. It also lets us play at instant speed. And it lets us hold up mana to interact with them, so... But now, since I haven't played the Snapback, then if we get into that same position, I can tap out, and they might actually just think the shields are down, so... And I'm not going to give them the chance to play around it when it's, like, probably not even going to win the game anyway. I'll play the Oboro here. I don't want them to know I have Cavern of Souls yet. I think I'm just attacking. Good. I'll play Silvergill at the end of their turn off Vial. Actually, I may not want to do that because they could... if I put the Silvergill in, they may have Electrolyze, so I think actually I'm going to play the Lord. So like, if they have Electrolyze, they can only kill one of these things. Sure. Which it's still going to suck if they have Electrolyze because it'll just do it on next turn, but I had to try. There is some chance if they had it, they might just play it anyway just to maximize their mana. I have to also worry about Anger of the Gods, which is why I don't want to I don't want to play too many creatures in the board. Okay, Tectonic Edge is not a fun one. Alright, let's draw another card. That's pretty good. I mean, I could put it in now, but it's only worth like 1 damage, so there's not really a good reason to. But we're going to start getting in with these Faerie Conclaves soon. So they are also holding a Tectonic Edge, so they can get rid of the first one. Spellskite. Okay. So they have what, a lightning bolt? That's not bad. Let's see what's gonna happen here. They'll probably bolt the Lord, making them take 6 damage here. If we play the Spellskite, like, keeps them away from being able to twin for like a full turn. I think now is the time. Okay, that's fine. We're going to take a lot of damage this turn. Sure. They are in trouble. We've got 2 conclaves threatening them. So we've got lethal. Even if they killed all the creatures right now, we could still get in for flying damage. We're like one good draw turn or one turn cycle away from just getting there. Depends what they have. Hastermite? Okay. That blocks. I guess they're gonna untap the Tectonic Edge, right? The Steam Fence? What? What the fuck could that be for? Do you have like roast or something? Okay. Don't you still die? I'm pretty sure you just lose. Uh, you can only block 2 of these. Alright. Alright. Good games. Well, and see, it does look like it may have mattered. It's like, they didn't know that we had Snapback. They knew we had something, so they were holding up a Dispel. But that was good enough because it let us get in just enough damage to threaten lethal, so... I think taking our chances with the added benefit of mystery on our side, I think that was probably the right play. Because the chances that it was going to actually resolve in game 2 and stop them, and we would still come back and somehow win that one, that seemed like it was giving up information for very little chance of winning. Where it was the concealed information, I think, is worth a lot more to help our chances in game 3. So there we go. We got there versus Twin. We are now 3-0. I believe we have one more round here. So let me check. we'll report this quick. I won the match 2-1. Does it actually tell me here? Yeah, it is a 4-round. Okay, so we will be back for round 4 in just a minute here. So, yeah, victory. All right, let's go. Let's try to get 4-0. All right, we're back. This is the last round, and we get to be on the play. This is not, like, the greatest hand, but I will keep it. I mean, it's kind of mana heavy, but what are you going to do? All right, let's go. It might be up against Burn. I haven't played against Burn in a while. It's not really the hand I want for that, but yeah, it looks like it. Okay. Well, we got Master Wave, so if we can live long enough for Master to do its thing, then that was not the draw, fam. But I guess maybe if we can pick up, like, Cursecatcher, that might help, because then we can play 2 creatures next turn. Even Spell Pierce would be good. Just not another land. If we draw another land, we're probably going to die. Ooh, okay. What does this mean? Eidolon? Lava Spike, okay. Alright, sure. And you're going to Lightning Bolt me? Nope, just another Lava Spike, okay. It's not ideal. Probably have to block this turn. Alright, if I can keep one of these, that would be great. But I need to stop taking damage from this thing. I mean, if he's got something, he's got something, but I've gotta stop. Sure. That could have been a much worse turn for me. Okay, he doesn't have any more 1-mana spells. It's probably all like Boros Charms and stuff. That's really good. Okay. Well, we gotta play the Master Waves now, because he's got a bunch of 2-mana spells. If you can only cast 1 this turn, then maybe I'm okay, because then I'll be able to Spell Pierce the last one. If he draws another land, oh yeah, then we might be in trouble. Skullcrack. If it's Skullcrack, Boros Charm, then I'm dead, so. Yeah, it looks like it. No? No, he tapped wrong. It's definitely Boros Charm. He's got it. Come on, Lightning Helix. Alright, he's got it. Yeah, our hand wasn't terribly good. I could have played the Master there, I guess. But, I guess it would have kept me alive for another turn. Maybe I was supposed to do that, but it also felt like that wasn't really getting much further ahead. I don't know. Maybe that was the way I was supposed to go. Honestly, there was a lot of ways that was just going to go bad no matter what. But we want the negates here. The C's are fine. I think I don't really need Coralhelm Commander. Really need, like... I can probably take out a Lord here, that's okay. Actually, I probably also should take out Dismember and bring in Kira. Alright, we'll do it like this. Yeah, burn got me out game one. Like, it's... They had a bunch of gas in their hand. This is not a good hand. This is a lot better. Put a vial in the bottom, I guess. Alright. We need to draw an island. So we can cast Spreading Seas. Okay. Draw me a land. Yes! So good. I love it. Alright. Now Spreading Seas this, and then next turn I'm gonna play Harbinger of the Tides and play another Spreading Seas, and hopefully that'll keep him basically out of the game. Alright, drew us another land. Means we can cast Spreading Seas and Spell Pierce. It's good. He's smart, though. He's not playing the Bloodstained Mire. That's fine, because we can still just play, like, Silvergill Adept here, and to have Harbinger plus Spell Pierce. Okay. We're doing way better this game. Hmm? Skullcrack? Sure, that's fine. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm more worried if you play something like Searing Blaze. Oh, we're making him crack the Bloodstained Mire. I love it. Now we can get the Sacred Foundry. That's the important one. Alright, it's going to Searing Blaze me, I imagine. Yeah. That's the one we want to pierce. Now I can tick this Vial up here, because I have the land to play Spreading Seas and Lord of Atlantis. Okay, he was just like, I've seen enough. Like, you've got this one. Okay, beautiful. Just like that. That's what we're looking for the last game. I wonder, should I have Snapback for this? Probably not. I think we just run it back. Alright, we need to get a good hand on the draw now. It's not the worst, but it's... This is I don't know. I'm not convinced that this is gonna get there. Like, this is so slow. Keeping 7. That can't be good for us, right? I'm gonna mulligan once. I think that I'm gonna keep this. I have to play Faerie Conclave in turn 1. I think I'm just dumping a Lord of Atlantis, probably. Okay, no turn 1 play is a good sign for us. That actually makes me inclined to seize claim this, because if he doesn't have anything for on 1, well, let's just make sure. No Atarka's Command, no Eidolon, none of that shit. He obviously doesn't have a creature. Okay. He's got a bunch of double red spells in his hand. That's really good. That might be the way we win this game now. Let's attack. Let's just make it harder for him to cast more spells. I'm guessing he's going to blow up one of these. Probably got, like, Destructive Revelry. Sure. We still get to draw the card, though. This does keep us alive a lot. Yeah, get a lot closer to getting Master Waves. Alright, so do I want the Cursecatcher now? Or do I want the Faerie Conclave? Kind of feel like I should get the Conclave out. Because then next turn I can untap and play Cursecatcher and like a Lord. Okay, sure, that's fine. He doesn't have any white mana though, so he doesn't have any Boros Charm or Lightning Helix in hand. He's got no creatures. He's just got to have a bunch of land, like it's got to be a bunch of burn spells, right? I'm almost inclined to just play this Master of the Pearl Trident and then just hold up Negate. I think that's right, because if he has like another Searing Blaze, that's what I want to use it on. The creatures are not important. Every creature they burn is a burn spell not going to our face. And we have more creatures than... Yeah, we don't have to worry that hard about it. A lightning bolt? I don't... I mean... I'm going to use it now. So if I don't now, I might not get the opportunity to. He wants to use another one. Okay, he's got Eidolon. That's not good. Hmm. Well, now we've got to pressure him. Like, we can attack him with both of these. I could attack him with the Faerie Conclave, too, honestly. Feel like maybe I should play the Cursecatcher in this spell. Well, this is probably the only time I'm gonna get to attack with this thing right now. I don't know. Let's see. He might have another lightning bolt. Let's see. I'm betting that he doesn't. Takes 10. That's good. That helps us win this race. Okay. I mean, Skullcrack is fine, but... Alright. Oh, he found the other one? Fuck. That's so brutal. If I had the Spell Pierce in this turn, like, that would have been great. Now he's just going to kill the Master. He's only got one card in hand. That's pretty good. Play it, I get 2 elemental tokens, like, I can attack for so much. I'm just trying to think if I use the Harbinger now. He's got 1 card. Like, Harbinger takes the Grim Lavamancer off the board. Lets me attack with the Mutavault for 2. Or alternatively, I could play Master of Waves and then just hold up Spell Pierce. That's not the end of the world. Hmm. Cast the Harbinger. Bounce Grim Lavamancer. Hope that he draws like a land. That's what we're at. I'm not gonna block it. Five. That I go to. Oh fuck! That's right. Oh, that was brutal. I didn't think about that. 'Cause the Lavamancer now just kills me, doesn't it? Can I threaten to kill him? I don't think I can. No, I fucked myself. I totally neglected that. I should have blocked this with the Cursecatcher. It was not worth taking that damage. What have I done to myself? I did not count on that. I didn't think about that Autarchus command. I thought for sure that I was only going to take 3 damage, not... I thought that I was only going to take 3 damage off the spell, right? But that he chose the modes that made him dealt a total of 6 to me instead of 5. Oh, fuck. That is so brutal. Yeah, because I can't kill him here. He's just gonna Lavamancer me and I'm dead. Alright, I got it. Uh, Yeah, I'll cast it because I can't. Yeah, I didn't. I totally neglected to consider. Yeah, because we could have survived Lavamancer at one, and then had Master would have kept us alive against this, and then had Spell Pierce and Curse. I was hoping that Spell Pierce and Cursecatcher would keep us alive against his top deck, but like, I guess I should have blocked. If I block with the Harbinger, I only get 2 tokens. Maybe that was enough because I had the Mutavaults and everything too. Like, I should have just accepted that. I did not need that many tokens. All right. That was on me. I totally neglected that. I could have actually been put into Lava Mancer range with this. So, all right. Well, you know what? We know this for next time. It's been the burn deck hasn't played this card in so long that like I am not used to playing against it anymore. So now I gotta remember that this is like a big part of their deck now. So yeah, that one's on me. I probably had a chance to win this game. I mean, it's also entirely possible he could have just like top decked another burn spell and I killed me, but oh well, that's fine. It's I think yeah. Well, our game one hand was not terribly good, but I think we had a chance in game three, but we needed to block. We needed to block that thing with probably Harbinger would have been the correct thing to do because the Cursecatcher and the Spell Pierce are the things we needed to keep us alive in case they had a lightning bolt, because then they would use 1 mana for the Lavamancer and then probably 1 mana for the bolt. I guess if they drew bolt though, they would just hit me in the face, right? Yeah, I don't know, because even taxing them for 3 might not have been enough. So trying to think like maybe Searing Blaze if they didn't have a land drop that would deal 1, so we could try to counter that. Or if they were trying to cast like a 2 mana spell, right? Because with a 2 mana spell, then we could Spell Pierce it and then Cursecatcher it, and then that way, yeah, that wouldn't have been yeah. So if they played like any 2 mana spell, I think then we could have got there. If they drew like a 1 mana spell, like a Bolt or Lava Spike, then I don't think it mattered, but so close. I should have threw Harbinger away. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Well, actually, what was I gonna say? And I don't know. I would have taken. I didn't. I actually no. I still would have been fine, right? Because I wouldn't have taken the Swift Spear damage. So yeah, I could have survived that. So I just would have had less tokens. I don't know. I did bad math, so that's how it goes. But I think we're ending this at 3-1 here, so that's not bad. It's the first time that I've played MTGO in like forever. And I've just been doing Cockatrice and Spell Table for a while, so uh, oh well. We had some really good matches today. I think we got to see a little Jund. We got Splinter Twin. The burn deck was the last one, and then what was the other one that we played against? Oh yeah, Scape Shift. Yeah, so we got a pretty good sampling of different stuff out there. I think this was really good. So normally though, I'm not home on Saturday when they're doing this. So if they start doing them on Sunday, maybe I'll do more of these. But it's just gonna depend when, because like I'm usually out playing board games all day Saturdays. All right, well, that's all I'm doing for now. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Like I said, if you are interested in 2015 Moderns, you can join the Discord. They do this stuff all the time. Links are in the description. So that's pretty much it. So whenever I see you again next, I see you again next. But until then, take it easy, everyone.